Hi guys, I thought I'd give you a little walk around of my Mazda Miata. I thought I'd take advantage of this glorious weather and this Easter holiday. I'm back to work Monday, so I thought I'd take advantage of it. But I'll give you a little walk around of the MX-5, show you the good things and the bad things, and we'll go from there. So this is my 1989 eunos roadster. It's a Japanese import. Came into the country in 2003. It was given a G registration plate, but now it's got an Irish private plate on it, which I think is kind of cool. As you can see, the paint on it isn't the greatest. The actual paint itself has just flaked away. There's no rust or anything, but I'm not too sure whether in 1989 they actually lacquered the paintwork. It's come off in quite a few spots, as you can see. But to be fair, that didn't bother me when I went to look at the car. Mechanically, she's pretty sound. There's a bit more of it there, look. It's got these clean dynamic wheels on. I did have some other wheels on it when I first got it, some 6-spoke ones, but they were just boring and nasty. A friend of mine had these quite cheap, and they're quite light as well. They're a lot lighter than what was on it, so which is a bonus really. While we're down this neck of the woods, I've got these drilled and grooved front brakes. These are from a 1.8 Miata. This is only the 1600 one. So the previous owner had upgraded those brakes, so it stops quite well, to be fair. Obviously the NA6 engine, 1600. Some nice red tape. I'm not too sure why that's on there, but I'll peel it off eventually and have a look. We did have a heat shield on it. I've took that off already because it had a slight blow, so I've been trying to find out where the blows come from. I think it's just a joint from the manifold and the downpipe, but that's what my plan was today. Coming around the front, it's just bog standard, to be fair. There's nothing special about it. This front number plate, if I want to look cool and get extra seam points, hides away, so I don't have no renewal plate on here. Typically I've started to do this little video and my kids have decided they want to come out and run around like lunatics. Quick look at the Mrs. EP3 Type R. Cracking car. I'm going to end up doing a review on that soon for the channel. Anyway, back to the Miata. Standard looks on the outside. Typical Miata soft top. It does leak a little bit, so I need to sort that out. But going on the interior, the Nardi wheel, genuine Nardi wheel as well. Nardi gear shifter. It's also had the handbrake and gear shift gaiter matching stitching to what's on the steering, which is quite nice. Standard inside, apart from these roadster clocks. Obviously it was an import, so it used to run in kilometers an hour, and there's no way this would do 200 miles an hour for sure. So it's been converted to miles an hour, but obviously the clocks and everything are still in kilometers an hour. This little fella here, his name is Nigel. I've had him since day one when I first passed my test. He's been in every single car, like a little mascot ever since. Standard interior, seats, obviously got speakers in the headrest. Some more paint fade here, and that's it really. Plan is to paint the car. I don't know entirely what colour yet, but I like the idea of like a gloss primer colour. I'm going to get the GV lit for the front, and eventually I will get the hard top as well. I did have an MX-5 before that had all those bits and bobs on it, but because of having children, an MX-5 isn't the greatest car. They always fight over who's want to go with daddy and stuff like that. I've actually got a work van now, which I didn't have when I had my old MX-5, so it just means that I can now have a little two-seater again and don't have to rely on having a car to get the kids around or get me to work and back. Status error sticker, little Miata with unicorn. I've actually got that printed on a t-shirt as well. Don't care if you think it's gay, I like it. There's a few little rust spots on it, as you can see here, obviously more paint fade on it there and chipped. But generally it's in really good condition. It's had all the seals done on it. I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of receipts for it. and a lot of them are in Japanese as well, which is quite nice. But yeah, we'll have a quick look around the engine. So here we have the little 1600 engine. It's got this strut brace. Now I don't know whether these come on import models or it's an add-on. Maybe someone can put in the comments whether they're a standard edition on import models. It's had the little pipe that goes from the airbox, well actually it goes into the airbox should I say, little plastic pipe, it's like a cold air feed. Everyone takes that off because it's pointless, to be honest. Underneath is alright. I mean, there's a few spots of surface rust, but what I need to remember is the car's 29 years old. I mean, spots of surface rust like this really don't bother me in the slightest because I can just sand them back and put some paint on to protect them. But as I say, the actual body itself are pretty straight, like, because it's an import. It's got the LSD from factory. It's quite easy to get it sideways on a rainy day. Obviously you do have to put a bit more effort in on a dry day, but no, it goes alright. It's quite perky, to be honest with you. There's a few things I do want to do under the bonnet. I do want to obviously tidy up like little bits of wire and stuff. The tape on it has gone crusty, and some of these pipes, I mean, I don't know if it's ran under there and back around here as standard, I don't know. So I'm not too sure. It's supposed to have had the 14-degree timing mod, where they advanced the timing from the 10 degrees to the 14 degrees, but I've yet to got a timing light on it to see exactly what degrees it is running. But I'll probably do that, and if it hasn't had the 14 degrees I probably will advance it. A lot of people rave on about that, so I probably will end up doing that. But no, as I say, apart from that, it's completely standard really. It has got a K&N panel filter inside there, which when I was giving it the once over I did notice, and it was quite clean, so it looks fairly brand new, to be honest. The oil seems nice, like a light brown colour. The radiator fluid, the coolant, is nice and clean, and it's still a nice orange colour. So I think generally it's looked after. I mean, it's got 104,000 miles on the clock, but I don't know obviously whether the majority of those are kilometres, or whether the mileage was adjusted when it was converted to miles. I'm not too sure yet. But I love these little Japanese stickers here. I mean, this is telling you here about the timing, and at standard it has a 10-degree advance anyway, and it tells you here as well. I think that tells you about the diagnostics, which I do know that when you do any timing adjust, you have to bridge a couple of the connections in the diagnostics. There's another sticker here as well, which also tells you about the timing, that the 10 degrees at 850 rpm before top dead center. So 850 revs per minute, you should have a 10-degree advance anyway. That's as standard. Obviously it's got all its stamps explaining its engine numbers and stuff like that. It's all listed throughout the vehicle, so all the numbers match. So it generally is a tidy, clean example, minus the paint on it. But let's face it, the paint's not a problem really. If it looked pristine but didn't move anywhere, it'd be a different story. But it does go, and it does go quite well. So pretty much that just sums up my little walk around on the car. I'm going to pop it out the channel with much more videos as I start to do stuff to it. Going to get it running nice, or as nice as I can. It does run nice, but obviously a full service won't go amiss, and stuff like that. And that's it really. Obviously I'm going to paint it, so I will update on that. But anything really that I do update on it, I shall put on the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.